I think it's about seeing it. I always believe that if you can see it clearly of what your goal is, no matter how difficult it is, if you see it,
Yes.
then you believe it and you achieve it. So it's a see it, believe it, achieve it. That's the way it works. So if you cannot see it and you just wander into some dream world, it's not going to happen. But if you see it and you believe it, then you will put the work in order to turn that vision into reality. So that's the way it always worked for me. So I was absolutely convinced that I one day would be a bodybuilding champion because I felt with the age of 15 and I saw myself being on a stage and winning that trophy
Yes.
and seeing the other hundreds of bodybuilders below me. I saw it. And so it was just a matter of time now to get there. And it's exactly when I won, that's exactly the way it was.
Yes.
The way I envisioned it. And the same is with movies. I really felt that I will be able to become a leading man in the movie business, even though every agent and producer and director said it's not going to happen. So I see those things. So it's a gift. I didn't teach myself that. I just had that ability of seeing things very clearly. And then when I see it, I go after it.
I see. Yes. It seems that you never stop challenging yourself. So what motivates you to be that energetic? What is your drive force?
I think that if we would have many lives,
Yes.
it would be different.
I see.
But since we only have one,
Yes.
you might as well just kick some serious butt while we are around, right?
Yes.
So that's what it does. It's like I said to myself, I'm going to be around only one time, so I'm going to go all out, and I'm not going to waste any time,
Yes.
and I'm going to work really hard.
Yes.
And my father always said to me, Arnold, be useful.
I see.
Be useful. Don't waste your life away, just be useful. And so I remember that you got to always do something.
Yes.
And so there are many opportunities out there. Like, for instance, when I became governor, I realized that there's a vacuum in environmental world. That there were a lot of people fighting for a good environment, for a clean environment.
Yes.
But I felt like that it needed some extra push. So I started getting involved in environmental issues.
Yes.
And I was never really an environmentalist beforehand, but I just saw the opportunity that it needs really a lot of work, and it needs for people to come together, and it needs for us to pass laws in California that will be the model for the rest of the world. And so I went all out on that, and we were very successful in doing that. And now I continue pushing for a clean environment and for a sustainable energy future.
Yes.
And we have energy conferences, and I work together very closely with Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, who is from here, from South Korea, who is a big advocate in environmental issues and made this his goal, his agenda. And I work with him very closely on that. With our R20, with our organization, environmental organizations. But these are things you don't really know ahead of time, but you feel like, wait a minute, I think I can use my celebrity power to really push this along and to help them so that people, ordinary people get involved, not just governments, but ordinary people get involved, and it becomes a big movement. Because only through grassroots level operation you can make a big movement out of something. So get involved in these different things. If it is political reform, or if it is like environmental issues, or if it is government issues or fitness issues, or entertainment, whatever, I get involved in those things, and then I go all out. But I'm having always a great time whatever I do.
Yes, when we air this interview show on 25th, we'll have the inaugural ceremony of the first woman president of Korea. So what's your view on woman presidency?
I think it's terrific. I think that, first of all, I know President Lee, who is a great leader. And he was a great friend of California and of the United States. I was over here on a trade mission, and visited with him, and we had a wonderful time. And when he came to California, he also visited. So he's terrific. And but of course, we all come to an end with our terms. And so now South Korea has elected the new president. For the first time in the history, a female president.
Yes.
President-elect Park. I think that she's going to be terrific. I think it is very important that we have the input of women and men. Because I think that no matter what anyone says, I think that women sometimes think differently.
Yes.
And I think that they are in many ways more talented than men. Whereas men are more talented in other things, but women are more talented in other things. So why not bring all of those talents together?
Yes.
And then have the ultimate.
Yeah.
Have everyone work together. And so I think as time goes on in the world, women will gain more power. Yeah. They already gain a lot of power in the executive and in the private sector, and in the workforce. I think that in the political arena, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done for people to be convinced that women could be great leaders. So I think this is a great move. It just shows you how this is a dynamic place, South Korea. People really, thinking about the future in a different way than they did in the past. And so it's a terrific development, and I wish you all the great luck.
아놀드는 믿고 있다. 불가능, 그것은 아무것도 아니라고. 누군가 해내는 순간 가능한 것으로 바뀐다고. 보고, 믿고, 성취하라. 과연 도전한 사람만이 느낄 수 있는 최고의 선물인 성취감, 그것을 느껴본 사람의 말답다는 생각이 든다. 무모하리만큼 열정적인 도전 정신. 목표에 달성하는 그림을 그릴 줄 아는 그의 재능. 그리고 스스로 해낼 수 있다는 자신감. 이 모든 것이 합해져 지금의 아놀드 슈왈제네거를 만들었다. 하지만 삶에서 그냥 저절로 얻어지는 것은 없다. 일생을 멈추지 않고 도전하는 삶을 사는 동안 그가 잃어버린 것은 없었을까?
And you have accomplished a lot. And after coming to America, you have gained wealth and fame, honor, everything. But have you ever sacrificed anything in your life because of your fame?
Yes, I mean, you sacrifice your privacy.
Ah, yes.
I think that anything you do that is, hard to do, you have to make a lot of sacrifices. If it is not maybe spending enough time with your family. When I was governor, there was a lot of times I was in Sacramento working to 9, 10 o'clock at night, getting up early in the morning. I didn't spend enough time with my family, so you make sacrifices there. When I was training for bodybuilding competitions, I was training 5 hours a day while my friends were out dancing and partying. So I sacrificed that. I gave that up in order to do that. So you make sacrifices along the way. And the important thing also is that there are a lot of failures along the way. It's not just victories. I had many victories, but I also had many defeats. Along the way you stumble, you fall, and then the trick of it is how quickly can you get back up again and get going, rather than feeling sorry for yourself. So I never did that. I always say I fell or I failed on something. Then I will get up again, pick myself up, dust myself off, and then get going again. And you learn that when you lift weights. Before you lift 500 pounds, you fail many times.
Really?
Oh, many times.
Failed.
I mean, you try 500 and it doesn't work. You try next competition,
for me,
you fail. The next competition, you fail. Over and over, you fail and you can't do it. But one day, you can.
Finally,
after maybe 10 times, try. So that teaches you never give up. Yes, we fail. Yes, when you attempt something that is impossible, that it could be that it is impossible at that moment. But that doesn't mean you should give up. you continue and you try it again and you try it again,
Yeah.
you try it again until it works. And so I've had my political setbacks, I've had my physical setbacks and lost competitions.
Yes.
I lost events. I've had movies that did terribly, that failed, and then the next movie again did well. So we have failures.
But you are not
But
afraid
that's all
of
part
failure.
of it. No, if you're afraid of failures, then you get frozen. Then you're afraid of making a move because you're afraid of failing. But you got to go and feel free
Yes.
and relax and say to yourself, okay, if I fail, how far can I fall? I can only fall down to the ground.
Yes.
That's not that far. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not worried about that. So it's kind of like, you got to be free.
I see.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yes.
Have confidence.
Yes, have
and then
confidence.
sometimes you will fail, sometimes you will do well, and that's how life is.
So what's your definition of success?
Being able to reach your goals.
우리는 종종 잊곤 한다. 성공한 사람에게도 실패하고 좌절했던 시간이 존재한다는 것을. 그리고 아놀드 슈왈제네거 역시 많은 실패를 했었다고 스스로 말한다. 하지만 실패할 수 있음을 인정하고 절대 포기하지 않았기 때문에 성공할 수 있었다는 걸 그는 힘주어 말한다. 어쩌면 정말 중요한 건 성공 그 자체보다는 도전하고 실패하고 좌절하지만 다시 또 도전하며 조금씩 꿈을 이뤄가는 그 과정이 우리의 인생이라는 퍼즐을 조각조각 아름답게 맞춰가는 것은 아닐까?
Yes. We heard that your hobby is collecting something. And this is Korean traditional string instrument. And actually it's a miniature. It should be larger than this, longer than this. It's originally made of wood, but this is ceramic miniature. So we hope it could be one of your collection.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
You're happy. Okay. Thank you. This is a great interview, and thank you for your time again. And hope to
Thank you.
make a good memory here.
Thank you.
Yes, and hope to see you again.
Appreciate it. Definitely you will.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
한 가지 분야에서 성공하기도 어려운 이 시대에 바디빌더에서 영화배우로 다시 정치인으로 도전하는 분야마다 최고의 성공을 이뤄낸 아놀드 슈왈제네거. 그의 성공의 비밀은 풀렸다. 도전하고 목표를 이뤘을 때의 성취감을 기억하고 다음 목표의 원동력으로 삼는 것. 이제 중요한 건 아놀드 슈왈제네거의 성공 비밀을 우리의 삶에 어떻게 적용시킬 것인가 하는 것이다. 다시 영화배우로 돌아와 또 다른 꿈을 꾸고 있을 아놀드 슈왈제네거처럼 우리 인생의 어느 순간 지쳐버릴 때 스스로에게 이렇게 외쳐보자. I'll be back.